Well, the legislature is currently on recess, so I thought it'd be a good time for us to recap what will happen when they return on April 21st. So after Jay Leno testified at the Senate Transportation Committee on April 8th, SB 712 passed by a vote of 12-2. 12 votes in favor, 2 votes against. I've seen several videos that have suggested that Leno's law is now on the way to the Senate floor.
But it's looking really good to get pushed to and the next step will be, it'll go to the actual California State Senate, since it's now out of committee.
So it should at least pass out of committee and go to the Senate floor to go for a Senate vote.
As much as I wish that were true, unfortunately, that is not correct. If you listen closely to the actual motion, it was,
the motion is due pass to the Committee on Appropriations.
Due pass to the Senate Appropriations Committee. And this is because the bill will have a fiscal impact greater than $50,000 to the state. What it means is either the bill will require an appropriation of money greater than $50,000, result in a substantial expenditure greater than $50,000 of state money, or result in a substantial loss of state revenue greater than $50,000. If you look at your smog check receipt, there's the price of the actual smog check, which goes to the smog shop, and then there's an $8.25 fee for the smog certificate itself. This is what the state of California collects as revenue. So if SB 712 eliminates the smog check requirement for collector cars that are older than 35 years, they will lose the $8.25 for each and every car that is no longer required to get a smog certificate. At $8.25, it would only take 6,060 cars over 35 years and older to hit that magic $50,000 number. This is why SB 712 is in the Senate Appropriations Committee. People who work in the Capitol tend to call the Appropriations Committee the committee where bills go to die, because there are several ways that a bill could get killed in this committee. First, the committee chair could decide not to hear the bill at all, which secondly, the Department of Finance will automatically oppose the bill because there is a fiscal impact to the state. And the Department of Finance's mission is to save money for the state or increase revenue to the state. Because the Department of Finance is going to automatically oppose the bill, now you have increased opposition to the bill. And while the public may come to the committee and voice their support during the hearing, the committee chair will limit the comments to the fiscal impact of the bill, not the policy impact. So all the comments have to either state how the bill will save the state money or not cost the state any money. Then the committee can either vote to pass the bill to the full Senate floor, keep the bill in committee, thereby killing the bill, or they can place the bill in suspense, which basically means they are suspended in the legislative process. Then there's a future hearing called the suspense file hearing, and this is where things get a little tricky. The Appropriations Committee will decide with little or no discussion which bills go through to the Senate floor during the suspense file hearing. While the suspense file hearing is public, the decision on which bills move forward and which bills are held in committee and basically done for the year is decided on behind closed doors ahead of the actual meeting. The chair could also decide not to hear the bill at all, which kills it, and the suspense hearing does not allow for any public comment. So all the decisions are pre-made, and then at the suspense hearing, they basically just read you the results. So let's take a quick look at the Appropriations Committee. There's a total of 7 members, and fortunately, 4 of the members of the Appropriation Committee were also on the Transportation Committee, and they all voted in favor of SB 12. Senator Sayarto, Senator Daly, Senator Grayson, and Senator Richardson all voted yes to SB 712 when it was before the Transportation Committee. This leaves the Appropriation Committee's chair, Caballero, freshman senator and former mayor of West Sacramento, Chris Cabaldon, and freshman Senator Asha Wahab. Those are the 3 other members of the committee. Chair Caballero, district covers Merced, Fresno, and then goes west towards Los Baños. Senator Cabaldon, district covers Vacaville, Napa, Santa Rosa, and Vallejo. And then Senator Wahab's district covers Hayward, Fremont, Milpitas, and parts of Sunnyvale. Great news is that all of these cities have great car cultures, and I think there's a good chance that Caballero, Cabaldon, and Wahab will push this bill through along with Sayarto, Daly, Grayson, and Richardson. But that's not guaranteed, so we need to keep up the support for Leno's law. Thank you to those who let me know that they've already submitted support letters to the Transportation Committee. I want you to keep sending in your letters, ask your families to send in letters, ask your neighbors to send in letters, and ask your friends to send in a letter. Send them all now to the Appropriations Committee. Also, go ahead and visit the district office of your local senator. Let them know that you support SB 712, because if SB 712 gets out of the Appropriations Committee, the next step is for Leno's law to get voted on by the full Senate. And here, every single vote counts. There are only 40 California senators, and we need 21 votes to get this passed. So get those letters of support in.
I drafted up a template for support letters. So all you have to do is cut and paste the description below and stick it in a Word document, fill in some of the blanks, and then you can submit your support letter.
If you're enjoying these videos, please consider subscribing to the channel and to the newsletter using the links below. We'll share more tool buying tips, classic car and classic motorcycle project finds, some motorsport news, and maybe a wrenching tip or two.